Hi everybody, No Mind here. I ran 250 Sanctums and here are the results. My motivation for running this many Sanctums originally was that I wanted to find a mirror in Sanctum and also wanted to have a chance of doubling it with the boons you find in Sanctums. I know it would probably just be better to do wisp farming in maps for the mirror drop with a juicy magic find character, especially this league, but I just wanted to get a mirror from Sanctum and maybe even double it, as I mentioned previously. Originally, I set a goal for reaching only 200 Sanctums because it seemed like a manageable number that I could easily achieve within this league. I was also hoping to get lucky and find a mirror, but that didn't happen. After reaching 200 Sanctums, I decided to raise my goal to 500, aiming for a much larger target. Unfortunately, I had to cut this run short after reaching 250 Sanctums due to some unexpected IRL events. However, it's all good. Perhaps in the future we'll attempt this again, and without further wait, here are the results. Alright, so first let me talk about the strategy that I used, the Relic strategy specifically. So for my Relic altars, for the first 170 Sanctum maps, I used these relics here, the 2 additional rooms that are revealed on the Sanctum map. My thinking was the more rooms I can see, the higher the chances I would have of seeing the bigger items like the Divine Orbs and the Mirror of Kalandra. But as we all know, there's also a major boon in the Sanctum called the All-Seeing Eye, which fully reveals all the Sanctum rooms in your entire Sanctum run. So after having that realization, I switched my relics up from the +2 additional rooms that are revealed to the merchant has 2 additional choices. I think this was a pretty good switch because this allowed me to consistently find the All-Seeing Eye a lot more from the merchant, which was just overall beneficial for me. I think this worked out a lot better than the +2 additional rooms revealed. I think both strategies have their place, but I just kind of wanted to play around with both strategies. And I definitely like the merchant strategy more because with the merchant strategy also, if you had some Divine Orbs, you could actually pretty consistently double or even triple those Divine Orb rewards. Also with the merchant strategy, I was very consistently getting much higher Divine Orb rewards at the end of the Sanctum. As you saw earlier in the video, I had like a 16 Divine Explosion. I think I've even had like 18 Divines. I think that's like the highest Divine Orbs I've gotten. Pretty insane, honestly. It would have been really nice to get a Mirror Explosion like that, but unfortunately we never ran into the Mirror of Kalandra. Hey, maybe next time in the future, you never know. And basically, my strategy I used to achieve this is that the first 2 floors of the Sanctum, you cannot be offered any Divine Orbs or Mirrors. So my focus was to get as much RS coins that I could and try to spend them at the merchant on the first 2 floors. Because having the All-Seeing Eye before floor 3 and floor 4 was very beneficial because you can see Divine Orbs on floor 3 and you have a chance to see a Mirror of Kalandra on floor 4. Having the All-Seeing Eye, you just kind of made sure that, okay, I'm not missing the Mirror of Kalandra. But who knows, I always didn't have the All-Seeing Eye before floor 3 and floor 4. Sometimes I got it right at the end of floor 4, which is like super unlucky. Yeah, I mean, there definitely could have been a mirror in one of my Sanctums, but maybe the rooms just weren't revealed and yeah, I just kind of missed out. Who knows? I guess we'll never know. Also, on a side note, I started doing Sanctums on this character at level 85, and I think around like 150, 160-ish Sanctums, I hit level 100 pretty effortlessly. I wasn't even realizing how much XP I was getting, but I was getting it pretty fast. And it honestly, level 100 felt like a breeze in Sanctum. Like, it was pretty fun. All right, guys, now for the profit. So my total profit from 250 Sanctum runs was approximately 736 Divines. Again, I also did find some relics like these, like +2 additional rooms are revealed, and these sell pretty easily. At the time when I sold them was like 20, 25 Divines. Some sold for like 15, some sold for 20, some sold for 25. So that's where some of the profit is kind of added onto this. Also, full disclaimer, for the first 400 Divine Orbs, I was just using the +2 additional rooms I revealed, and it was an okay strategy. I made 400 Divines, and that was around 160-ish, 170-ish Sanctums I ran with these relics here. Once I made the switch to the merchant has 2 additional choices, I also started using the Gilded Chalice. I bought these on average for 2.5 to 3 Divines each. Right now, they're going for, 3 Divines each. That's usually the rate. And you would just put this here, and this was basically guaranteeing if I found a Divine or 2 Divines in the Sanctum, they would just basically, it says duplicates up to 4 random offer rewards upon defeating the last boss, which is the Herald of Scourge. Spoiler. So basically, if you had like 2 Divine Orb rewards, which gave you 2 Divine Orbs each, it would double both of those rewards. So you would get 8 Divines at the end of the Sanctum. When running Gilded Chalice, I ran this for about like 75-ish to 70-ish Sanctums. I made 336 Divines total. But the total profit from the Sanctum was 736. And also, fun fact, I only have 3 Sacred Orbs here, but I actually did see more than 10 Sacred Orbs in the Sanctum. And there's like this theory out there that, okay, like on a, very conservative scale, it's like 20 Sacred Orbs to 1 mirror. I definitely feel like if I kept playing up to 500 runs, I definitely would have seen that mirror, but you know, who knows? I just can't find the motivation to play that far. Who knows, guys? Maybe next league, you know, maybe one league, I'll definitely do like 500 sanctums or maybe even like 1,000 sanctums. I think that'll be a nice number to hit. But honestly, 1,000 sanctums is a lot of sanctums, and I'll definitely need a lot of motivation, you know. So just like and subscribe and comment if you want to see more type of content like that in the future, or just let me know what type of guides you want to see. Also, just leave a comment down below. And we also did find a lot of awakened sextants. We have 941 here, which if you use a macro, that's about 12 divines. Not bad. This league is definitely, the results are a little skewed because of the wisp farming. Even though the wisp doesn't affect sanctums in any way, you're definitely better off just playing like a magic find character in maps to maximize your profits. But I feel like in any other league, depending on how rewarding the league is, I definitely feel like Sanctum is a very strong contender. And honestly, like as a league start strategy, Sanctum could actually be top tier. And I know the last question probably is, how long does this challenge take me? So it took me about 86. I'm going to round this up to like 87 hours. Basically, I streamed the entire challenge from our first Sanctum all the way to like our 250-ish. Honestly, I did a little bit over 250-ish sanctums, but you know, 250 is like a nice round even number, so I'm just gonna leave it at 250. You can kind of see my stream stats here. I streamed for 86 hours. If you do some math here, I made about 736 divines. So 736 divided by 87 hours, that's about 8-ish divines per hour in profit. I understand that my relics were definitely like pricey. You know, these are not cheap relics at all. But you could definitely be successful with just like, you know, these kind of relics that are only like, if you just remove like the second mod, these relics are like 14, you know, 16, 20 divines. And honestly, I found about 2-3 of these just by running the Sanctum. So this can probably be, you know, if you're like a solo stuff found type situation, you could probably like find these if you just run enough Sanctums. You definitely have to get lucky. It's not a guarantee, but in my personal experience, I found 3 to 4 of these type of relics also. The merchant relics are definitely way more expensive. They're like 13, 20, 30, and then like up all the way up to half a mare, you know, the ones that have the reduced merchant prices. Combined with the merchant has two additional choices, they can definitely get very, very expensive. We're talking 200, 300 divine range minimum. And that's it, folks. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, consider subscribing also if you haven't subscribed already. Thank you so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for all the people that stopped by my Twitch channel and followed the channel. I definitely will be trying streaming again in the future. So, you know, make sure you head on over there, twitch.tv/nominds, 2 S's at the end. I'll have a link below in the description. And yeah, that's it, guys. No mind out. Thank you so much. Peace.